What if I told you that in the next 10 minutes you could build a fully functional web application without writing a single line of code? No boot camp, no computer science degree, no YouTube tutorial marathon. Just you, a text prompt, and an AI that does the heavy lifting. In 2026, this isn't science fiction. It's called vibe coding, and it's completely changing who gets to build software. There are now at least 4 major platforms that let you describe an app in plain English and get a working product back. Lovable, Bolt.new, V0.dev, and Replit AI. I've spent over 100 hours testing all of them, building the same app on each platform, tracking every bug, every prompt, and every dollar spent. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly which one to use, how to use it, and how to go from idea to deployed app faster than you ever thought possible. Let's build something.
Before we start building, you need to pick the right tool. And this matters more than you think because each platform has a very different personality. Let me break them down. Lovable is the best choice for complete beginners. The entire interface is a chat window. You describe what you want, and it builds a full React application with a Supabase backend. It handles authentication, databases, and hosting automatically. The UI it generates is genuinely professional looking. It uses the Shadkin component library, so everything looks polished out of the box. Pricing starts free with 5 daily prompts, then $20 a month for the starter plan. Bolt.new is the speed champion. It can generate a working app in under 7 minutes. It runs entirely in your browser using web containers, so there's zero setup. But here's the catch. The code quality is inconsistent. Sometimes it builds a great app. Sometimes it picks the wrong framework or uses local storage instead of a real database. It's best if you have at least some technical knowledge to fix things when the AI gets confused. V0.dev from Versal is the design king. If you want your app to look like it was built by a professional design agency, this is your tool. But it only generates front-end components. You'll need to handle authentication and databases yourself. And Replit AI is the veteran all-in-one platform. It gives you a full code editor with AI assistance, so it's somewhere between Bolt and a traditional development environment. For this tutorial, I'm going to use Lovable because it's the one that genuinely works for people who have never written code before.
Now here's where most people fail. They write vague prompts and get vague results. The secret to building a great app with AI is being specific, really specific. Here's the formula I've developed after 100 hours of testing. Start with what the app does in one sentence, then list the key features as bullet points, then describe the design style, then specify any integrations you need. For example, instead of saying build me a task manager, say this: build a task management app for a small marketing team. Features should include a dashboard with task cards organized by status, to do, in progress, and done. Each task should have a title, description, due date, and assignee. Users should be able to create, edit, and delete tasks. Add a search bar and filter by assignee. Use a clean, modern design with a blue and white color scheme. Add Google authentication. See the difference. The first prompt would give you a generic checklist. The second prompt gives you a real product. And here's the thing that blew my mind when I first tried Lovable. With a prompt like that, you get a working app in about 11 minutes. Not a mock-up, not a prototype. A real deployed application with a URL you can share with people. The first time you see your idea turn into a working product that fast, it feels like magic. But it's not magic, it's a well-structured prompt meeting a capable AI.
Okay, so your first version is live, but it won't be perfect. This is where the iteration phase begins, and this is what separates people who actually ship products from people who give up. Here's the reality: your first prompt will get you about 80% of the way there. The last 20% takes iteration. On Lovable, you just keep chatting. You say things like add a dark mode toggle, or change the task cards to show priority levels, or fix the search bar, it's not filtering by assignee. Each change takes under 90 seconds, and the platform shows you exactly what changed in the code. The beauty of this is that even if you don't understand the code, you can see what the AI modified, which helps you learn over time. Now, a critical tip: keep your iterations small and focused. Don't ask for 5 changes at once. Ask for one, verify it works, then ask for the next. This dramatically reduces the chance of the AI breaking something while fixing something else. On Bolt.new, iteration is more painful because the code quality is less consistent. About 1 in 5 complex feature requests will get stuck, and you'll need to either rephrase your prompt or manually edit the code. This is why I recommend Lovable for beginners. The iteration loop is smoother and more forgiving. A realistic expectation: budget about 30 prompts for a basic app, and about 50 to 70 for something with real complexity like authentication, and a database.
So your app works, it looks good, the features are solid. Now it's time to deploy it so anyone in the world can use it, and this is where the platforms really diverge. With Lovable, deployment is basically automatic. Your app is already hosted on a Lovable subdomain from the moment you create it. You can share that URL immediately when you're ready to go professional. The $50 per month launch plan lets you connect a custom domain, so your app lives at your domain.com instead of your app.lovable.app. With Bolt.new, you get a live preview in your browser, but deploying to a public URL requires connecting to a hosting service like Netlify or Versal. It's not hard, but it's an extra step. With v0.dev, deployment is actually the weakest link. Remember, v0 generates front-end components, not full applications. To deploy, you need to export the code, set up a Next.js project, configure your backend, and deploy to Versal. If you're a non-programmer, this is a significant hurdle. Replit handles deployment through its own hosting, which is convenient but means you're locked into their platform. Here's my recommendation for your first app. Use Lovable, accept the default subdomain. And just share the link. Get feedback from real users before you invest in a custom domain or migrate to another platform. Ship first, optimize later. Let me wrap this up with a clear summary of everything we covered. The best no-code AI app builder for you depends on your experience level. If you've never written code, use Lovable. It handles authentication, databases, and hosting automatically, and the chat interface is intuitive. It costs $20 to $50 a month depending on your needs. If you want raw speed and have some technical knowledge, Bolt.new generates apps in under 7 minutes. It's free to start, but the code quality is inconsistent. If design is your top priority, v0.dev creates the most beautiful interfaces, but you'll need technical skills to turn those components into a full deployed app. And if you want an all-in-one platform with a real code editor, Replit AI is the veteran choice. The number one tip from 100 hours of testing: be specific in your prompts. The difference between a vague prompt and a detailed one is the difference between a toy and a product. Describe your features in detail, specify your design, list your integrations, and budget about 30 to 50 prompts for a real application. That's the realistic cost of building something people actually want to use.
If you built your first AI app after watching this, I want to see it. Drop a link in the comments. I check every single one. If this guide was helpful, subscribe because every week I'm testing new AI tools and sharing what actually works in the real world. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss my next video where I'll be building a complete SaaS application from scratch using these same tools. Thanks for watching, and go build something amazing.